I want you to really listen to what I am about to say, because if you are retired or if you are standing right on the doorstep of retirement, the way you handle an unexpected cash crunch can make or break your financial freedom. You have worked 40, 50 years to build your nest egg. You are living on a fixed income. Maybe it is Social Security, maybe it is a pension, or fixed monthly withdrawals from your 401k. But then life happens. The air conditioner breaks down in the middle of July. The car needs a new alternator so you can get to your doctor's appointment. Or maybe a medical bill arrives that you did not plan for. And you look at your checking account and you realize your next check doesn't hit for another week. That is where the panic sets in. It is a deep, paralyzing fear. You think, do I pull money out of my long-term investments and trigger a tax penalty? Do I put this on a high-interest credit card and watch the balance spiral out of control? Or do I look at one of these new financial apps everyone is talking about? You might have heard about an app called Brigit that offers cash advances up to $500 with no credit check. And your immediate, single most urgent question is, how fast does Brigit deposit money? Because when you are in a bind, tomorrow is not good enough. You need to know if that money will be there before the check bounces or the service gets shut off. Let's talk about the absolute truth regarding Brigit's deposit speed, because there are two very distinct paths you can take. And one of them is going to cost you if you aren't careful. If you are in an absolute emergency and you need that money right this second, Brigit has an option called Express Delivery. With Express Delivery, the money is deposited into your account within 20 minutes. Think about that. 20 minutes. You can be sitting at the mechanic's shop, request the advance, and by the time they finish writing up the invoice, the funds are in your account. But you must understand the catch. To get that 20-minute speed, you have to link the debit card associated with your checking account to the app, and you have to pay a fee unless you are on their highest premium tier. If you do not want to pay that extra fee, you have to use their standard delivery. And this is where people get tripped up, because standard delivery takes 1 to 3 business days. If you request the money before 10 a.m. Eastern Time on a regular business day, Brigit will typically get it to your bank by midnight that same night. But if you make that request after 10 a.m., or if you make it on a Saturday or a Sunday, that money is not coming until the next business day at the earliest. If you are facing an automatic bill payment that hits tomorrow morning, standard delivery is going to leave you stranded. But here is what I really need you to understand, because we need to peel back the layers on how this app actually works for someone in your stage of life. Brigit is not a traditional lender. They do not run a credit check, which sounds wonderful if your credit score has taken a hit. But they do have strict eligibility requirements. To even qualify for a cash advance, you must have a checking account that has been active for at least 60 days. It cannot have a negative balance. And most importantly for you, it must show at least 3 recurring deposits from the same source. If you are receiving Social Security or a monthly pension, that counts as a recurring deposit. Brigit's system will look at the history of those deposits to determine how much money they are willing to advance you. It might only be $25 to start. It could go up to $500 over time as you prove you can repay it. And when do you repay it? It is automatically deducted from your checking account on the very day your next regular deposit hits. Now, I want you to take a deep breath and think about the true cost here. Brigit does not charge interest. They do not ask for tips like some of those other predatory apps out there. But they do charge a monthly subscription fee just to access the cash advance feature. We are talking anywhere from $8.99 to $15.99 every single month. I want you to do the math with me right now. If you are paying $15 a month just for the right to borrow $50 or $100 when you run short, you are paying a massive premium for your own financial security. Over the course of a year, that is nearly $180 out of your pocket. That is money that should be buying your groceries, paying for your medications, or staying right where it belongs, in your account earning interest for you. The fear of running out of money before the month ends is real. It keeps you up at night. But using these apps as a permanent bridge is like putting a tiny band-aid on a wound that needs stitches. It does not solve the underlying problem. It just delays the reckoning until your next check arrives, and when that check does hit, it is instantly smaller because Brigit takes their cut immediately. You start the new month already behind the 8 ball. So, what is your actionable takeaway today? If you are in a direct, Absolute emergency right now, and you have no other choice. Yes, Brigit can get you up to $500 within 20 minutes using express delivery. It is a tool you can use to avoid a costly $40 overdraft fee from your bank. But your ultimate goal must be to build your own safety net so you never have to pay a tech company a monthly subscription fee just to survive. If you have to use an app like Brigit this month, fine. Use it as a way-up call. The moment that emergency passes, I want you to look at your monthly expenses with a magnifying glass. We need to find just $10, $20, or $30 a month to set aside into a separate savings account. Call it your peace of mind fund. Because true financial freedom in retirement does not come from an app on your phone. It comes from knowing that you are the one in control of your money and that you have the power to protect your own future. You can do this.